So we're going to talk to Mr. D, he, him in Canada, who says abortion is bad. Is this the topic you'd like to talk about? You are live on the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for the call, for accepting the call. So it's Mr. D for short, Mr. D here. I heard you say Numbers 5. Yeah, Numbers 5:27 promotes abortion. Did I get that right? Because I just came in 5 minutes ago and I heard that part.
Yep.
Are you aware that the word yarek is used in verse 27, which is not the same word for a seed, which is in verse 28, the Hebrew word zarah? So the verse 27 doesn't make mention of a child. So why would you say that is somehow promoting abortion when the word zarah is used in verse 28?
What's it talking about? What's it talking about?
It's talking about she would have a swelled stomach and a defiled or shabby thighs. Basically, that's what it means in Hebrew. The word yarat means thighs, loins or thighs, not children. Verse 28, the word zarat. Didn't you do your verification before you made this argument?
Wait, so are you saying that somebody still in the womb is not a child? Is that what we're saying?
First of all, it's not even mentioned that she had a child or not. If you read
the context of the verse is that a person who was unfaithful to her husband, so like has had intercourse, would then take this to prevent a pregnancy. Like that's the context of this.
The last 10 verses make no mention of a pregnancy. Nothing
about. So what is the purpose? So what is the purpose of taking this cocktail, this medicinal cocktail, after being like unfaithful, like to just cause swelling? Like what's the purpose of that?
Yeah, if you read the last 10 verses, they would have told you specifically is about you taking this holy water, and if you lie under oath, taking the name of God in vain, that is going to be shown by you having a big stomach and defiled thighs. So that's how we're going to visually be able to see if you lied or told the truth. No mention of children from the last 10 verses. Did you guys read the last 10 verses? Because
what translation are you using, and how do you know?
Hebrew. You first of all, you can go to the. I don't know why you got that translation, because you could go to Bible.
Give me your source. Give me your source.
So what then?
You know what a Hebrew? You know what a Hebrew?
No, give me, Mr. D. Give me the translation of the Bible you are using to make this claim, because right now I have all of the translations into English of the Bible, which, yeah, sure, there are some mistranslations in that, or I have your claim of what a certain like translation says. So tell me.
And I don't actually.
I want to verify
what he's saying it says.
Yeah, I want to verify your claim. Also, I'm very confused about what your claim is.
So she should drink water, and then what happens? She swells, and then like, does she pee herself? Like, what is the purpose of these 10 verses you keep talking about then, if it's not to terminate a pregnancy or to avoid a pregnancy? Like, what are you saying she's supposed to do, and what's the point? What's the purpose? What physically happens in layman's terms? Explain to us.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. I'm going to address the last guy. First of all, I didn't go to a translation. I went through the Hebrew. You're going to translations. I'm going to the Hebrew.
Yeah, where did you find this? Do you have, Mr. D, if you're reading this in Hebrew, do you have a book that you are looking out of? Did you go to a website where you found this? Where did you find this information? Because it should be freely accessible to anyone, right? Mm-hmm. If you're able to access it, I should be able to access it, right?
All right. I'm going to give you the information. Use the errors, because I said that at least 7 times. Google, Bible Hub, Numbers 5:27, Hebrew interlinear. You're going to go to Strong's Concordance. That's the #1 Hebrew interlinear scholars use. Simple stuff. What is wrong?
Do you speak Hebrew? Do you know biblical Hebrew? Have you studied it?
Hebrew interlinears is for people who don't speak Hebrew. So you can get the definition, the original root word. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so why should I trust your interpretation of a language that you don't know?
Right.
Why are you an expert on this?
Give you the definition of the word. Scholars gave you the
Why are you
Mr. D, why are
upset?
you yelling at me?
Yeah.
Why are you
Relax,
yelling at
man.
me?
We're
That
just
is
asking.
Oh,
uncalled
I'm
for.
sorry. I didn't know
We're
you were
giving
that
you a compliment,
sensitive.
man.
I said it 7 times. I said it 7 times. Scholars.
Oh, we're talking.
Not my interpretation. It's not my translation. The word is
Which
yarak,
scholar?
which
I'm
means
gonna mute you, Mr. D.
Need to
Which
relax.
scholars? Cite your sources. Which scholars? And how do you know that what they're saying is correct?
Right.
Because this sounds like an appeal to authority fallacy where you're not even citing a specific scholar. You're just saying scholars' vague terminology have agreed on this. I don't know. How do I know that this isn't a rogue scholar that came up with something on his own? Like, for example, if I'm a doctor, right? If I started citing Dr. Oz and said, well, Dr. Oz said this thing, he's a doctor, so he's right, that would be wrong, right? Like, you'd want to verify my source. You'd want to verify which doctor I'm citing, and you'd want to verify that that information is consistent with the rest of the consensus, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at here. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out what source you're using, what scholars you're citing, and is this different from the consensus? And
Right.
if so, where does it differ against the consensus and why?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you speak again, but these are the questions I want to know. You are unmuted.
Okay, so I'm muted. All right, so I'm going to
You're
answer
unmuted.
2 ways. Number one, you ask for the scholars, right? So pay attention.
Yes.
Brown, Driver, Briggs, 3 scholars there. Strong's Concordance, multiple scholars there. There is no Hebrew interlinear, no scholarship that agrees with you. That's the point. You can't quote no scholarship. I just gave you a multiple scholarship right there. That's number one. And
We can quote the Bible.
You're the one who wants. You're the one who wants to translate
literal Bible. We're just quoting the Bible, my friend.
You're telling me I did an appeal to authority.
Okay, so here's okay. All right. So you translated into so I'm looking at this this lexicon, right?
Same.
So you cited a lexicon, which is a word. Basically, you can find words and translate words. So here's my question then. How did you do this translation of the verse? Did you find individual words and translate those individual words using the lexicon? Or did you look at the context of the entire paragraph or sentence?
All right. Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you are unmuted. You can talk. I'd appreciate it if you would.
So number
stop
one,
yelling.
was it interlinear? Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to make a statement now. It's interlinear, number one. And number two, the scholars already translated it. I don't have to translate it. And number three, every time the word is used, it never means a seed. The word seed, zara, is used in verse 28. Never once. So can you give me, according to you, you said it was an appeal to authority. You obviously don't know what that means. Can you give me what scholarship you're appealing to say that it means seed or a child? Where's your scholarship?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you to prove. I'm going with what the majority of translations say. So I don't know, which is why I'm saying that you should demonstrate to me why your point is correct if it's different than the majority of translations out there.
We're asking, we're just asking you to give us more on why yours is right. We're asking you to tell us yours is right.
Okay, first of all, you lied because I'm on Bible Hub and I see a lot of translations that doesn't say what you're saying. So you're lying. So you obviously didn't read all the Bible version. You went to NIV. You went to the NIV, which is one of the most disgusting translations out there. But why are you arguing for translations when I'm going to the original language? Are you serious?
Except you're not, though, because you're also using a translation. You're translating it.
You're literally translating it. The scholars translated that to you.
So then how are you getting it to English? You haven't given us, like, you've literally taken the words and translated them. That is a translation. So we're trying to figure out if your translation is correct. Right.
The word is yarak. There's no translation to that. Strong's number 3409. There's no translation. The word is what the word means.
Why do you keep laughing?
Are you guys serious?
Are you serious?
Look, next time, just do your verification, your due diligence, so that way you don't look foolish.
Whatever call center you're looking at is
right now.
off.
Thank you very much.
Probably answer that.
So next time, don't use the Bible to support your abortion narrative. Do whatever you want as an atheist, but just don't don't mischaracterize my God. That's all. Don't do that, and everything will
Oh
be.
no,
Remember-
don't worry. Don't
Right?
worry. You did that yourself.
Yes.
So
Let's-
Oh yeah. I did that. It's very delicious. Please promote
All right.
the video and show
We're gonna-
ignorance to a person that's.
all right, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
See, it's those are phone calls are kind of fun because we don't even need to do much.
Yeah.
He did it. He did that himself.